Hi everyone, we are LaChiMoLaLa,
LaChiMoLaLa.
and we are back with more Monsta X content.
Yay!
Woo! Of course, they dropped a new song last week with the Universe app, "If With You," but they didn't put out a music video on YouTube for a whole week.
Yeah, so this song was released last week on July 7th. And so they withheld it from YouTube until the 12th. And so now we're able to watch it on YouTube. So,
Yay!
but I have to say it was better than last year because last year they really withheld Kiss or Death
Wasn't that
for
for like a month or something, or three
no,
weeks?
they actually released it in July of last year as well. And then they
Hmm.
held it until December and they realized, oh my goodness, we could actually generate income as well, or somehow, I don't know. They must have some sort of deal in place or whatnot. But they realized, oh, maybe we should post this on YouTube as well because everyone uses YouTube. So
Yeah,
that being
not everyone uses Universe.
right. Universe's app though, I would say has gone a lot better. It was not it's I think it's created by a really big tech company. I want to say NCT Soft or something like that. I can't wait. That sounds like a band. That does not sound
Yeah,
right.
NCT Dream.
Wait, starts
Wait,
with
is NCT
a
Soft another split off of NTC 127 or whatever? Can you imagine? That would be hilarious. They'd only sing like cute songs.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I can't remember the huge company's name from the top of my head right now, but it starts with an N. So, anyways, that's not very helpful. But that being said though, the app is so much better now. So, so if you decide to download the app, it's a lot more smoother and so
Than last year,
um
right?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's interesting. I didn't realize that they'd put out Kiss or Death last July.
yeah.
So I wonder if maybe part of them being on the app, like you said, is like a yearly single release or something.
Yeah.
Because I know they're doing it with some of the other artists on there as well.
Yep, yep.
So,
Yeah, Astro, SF9, those are the other bands that are with Universe as well. And so, yeah, I'm wondering if it's like some sort of deal where it's like, okay, you are to sing one song like specifically for Universe. So that being said, this looks like all the marketing is done through them, it looks like. And it also like all the recording costs and stuff like that, it seems like it's through Universe.
and based
Um
on Kiss or Death, they have a pretty good budget because
yes.
that video was expensive looking.
Yes, it looked very expensive. I would not be surprised if it was over $500,000.
Oh yeah.
Music videos are very,
I
very
was gonna say a
expensive.
million, and I thought I was being conservative.
Yeah,
Honestly, it looks like a million. It looked like a movie.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
really excited to see what they do with it this time. We did decide to start with the lyric video though, because
Yeah, so so we always do a first pass to see if there's like subtitles and stuff like that. And we normally we like to see the subtitles if that was an option for us. Sometimes we really focus more on whether it be that day like we're focusing like a lot more on the music or whatnot. But it's nice to have that option to see like the translations as well. And we always have a feel for it too of what the song is about. But unfortunately, there is no subtitles. When we did our when we were looking up this song just to make sure if there is English subtitles.
no lie, guys, we have listened to the song
Yeah,
a few times,
yeah, a few
a
times.
lot.
A lot, yes. But
But we haven't seen the music video, and
no.
I don't really know what it means. So I'm very excited to get into this.
Yeah. So we're gonna run through this again to see the lyrics, and then we're gonna jump to the actual music video to see in its
All of it,
entirety. Yeah,
everything. I can't
everything.
wait. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay, can
yeah.
we do this? Can we do this?
Yes, yes, yes. But before we do, y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we could do more fun stuff like this.
Yes, please.
Yes, 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 yes. So, all right, let's watch the translations or listen to it and read the translations because I always love reading the translations.
But first, tell everyone what you said when you first saw these pictures. Yeah, that was mostly it.
Yeah. They are the concept to this, like their pictures, oh, conceptually gorgeous. They're so
Yes.
soft. And what did you say about Juon?
This is Juhan's best look ever, guys. This blue silver hair. I mean, ugh. I just, ugh. I honestly have no words for it. It's that good.
Yeah, they all look so soft in here. Like they all look like they're in love.
And
I
they're all
mean,
looking straight at you.
they're straight into our souls.
Gosh, are there
So,
photo cards for this?
girl, I wish. Like, so, is there somebody creating these photo cards? Because I would buy it.
I mean, I honestly want just a poster of their faces. They're so pretty.
They're so gorgeous. Like
Okay,
Minhyuk,
sorry.
ugh, and
Oh,
Chinky,
yes. Ugh, ugh. All of these pictures.
Jungwon, Chinky, please. Okay, yeah,
Okay, sorry. We just have to start there because it's Monsta X. Please
yeah.
appreciate.
Yes, yes.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Ugh.
Already.
Sorry, vocalist I am.
지금 이 순간 황홀감에 세상이 거꾸로 도는 듯해 나 오랫동안 그 희미했던 내 감정의 단서를 찾은 거야 It's you, 꿈이라고 하면 깨지 않게 이 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 If I'm just with you
Oh gosh.
If I'm just with you If I'm just with you Just with you 꿈이라고 하면 깨지 않게 그 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 baby If I'm just with you
Oh, God. Ugh.
Ugh. Just the way he says baby.
영원의 시간을 채울 거야 나 온통 너로 찰나의 순간 너와 나의 행복의 조각을 찾은 듯해 나 부정하던 이 현실 속에 잊었던 나를 찾은 것 같아 It's you, 꿈이라고 하면 깨지 않게 이 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 If I'm just with you
Oh gosh.
So good.
I love his voice so much.
So good. So much Minhyuk in this song.
Oh, I love it. His voice is so gorgeous.
If I'm just with you,
The ad-libbing.
Right?
All right. Let's reserve our remarks and go straight to the music video.
Okay. Very difficult, but okay. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yes, let's do it. Oh, he's so soft. No! He's so soft.
시간을 붙잡을 수 있다면 된다면 저 태양
I love that prism color that's hitting his hair and stuff. Of course. Okay.
난 감출래 지금 이 순간 황홀감에 세상이 거꾸로 도는 듯해 나 오랫동안 그 희미했던 내 감정의 단서를 찾은 거야 It's you, you 꿈이라도 하면 깨지 않게 이 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 If I'm just with
Whoa.
Wow.
If I'm just with you If I'm just with you
Wow.
Just with you 꿈이라도 하면 깨지 않게 그 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 baby If
So
I'm just
gorgeous.
with you If I'm just with you
Oh my gosh. I love. Oh my gosh.
Ah!
He's walking towards us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, another good transition. So good. Wow, this is awesome.
It's really cool.
찰나의 순간 너와 나의 행복의 조각을 찾은 듯해
What?
이 현실 속에 잊었던 나를 찾은 것 같아 It's you, you 꿈이라도 하면 깨지 않게 이 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 If I'm just with you If I'm just with you
Ooh.
Oh, why is that so sexy? Okay.
Just with you 꿈이라도 하면 깨지 않게 그 순간 내 전부를 맡겨 baby 눈을 감아도 또렷해 닿지
His voice shows off so well.
느껴져 I can't take it today baby 오직 우리들만 위한 세계 헤어지지 않는
Wow.
If I'm just with you
Crazy.
Oh, look at that.
If I'm just with you Just with you
Oh gosh.
Now
Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, now we can talk about it. Oh gosh, that was so hot.
Whoa.
Okay. Wow. I think we're both speechless.
I wanted to talk before and you wouldn't let me. And now I can't think about anything else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to.
All my
jump
thoughts flew away.
Oh, did it really? Okay. Let's talk about the song. We'll talk about the song. Okay.
Okay. I'm just basking in the glow of their soft loveliness.
Okay.
Let me bask.
I'm getting scolded, you guys. This is what I
Sorry.
get for jumping into the music video too fast. I'm so sorry.
Okay, go.
The song, okay, honestly, like the teaser, of course, always shows, or we listen to a part of it. There's like that conceptual part where it's just an instrumental, then they release the concept part, and then the second one was like the teaser, right, where they actually played part of the music of the instrumental. And I didn't expect it to be very slow in the beginning. I really didn't. I thought the song would be very upbeat, like it was like at Ju Honey's point, like when he started singing that. So that was like a pleasant surprise to me. Like when I was listening to the instrumental, it felt like a very cool like story where it starts off like the exposition, like of a storyline, and the more like, and that's Chankyun's part, and then it starts to go a little bit higher every single time. Then you have like Hyungwon and then it goes to Minhyuk, and then he goes full on falsetto. I was like, what?
Right? He starts
like,
regular and then leaps up.
Yeah, and you start going to like that climax, so it felt like a very beautiful story to me, like just listening to the instrumental and then listening to their voices, and it's just so good. Oh my gosh, like it's just a very soft song. That's like a
Well, and it's funny
weird
because we keep
description.
saying that, but at the same time, like you said, it actually has a pretty good beat. You could dance to it. It's
starts
not
off
like it's a
soft.
ballad.
No.
Well, but even the fast parts are still soft, kind of. You know what I mean?
It's hard to describe.
I do think that the best transition in the song is after everyone's gotten a chance to sing the first time. So we're with Jew Honey, and then Shang Kyung comes in.
Yeah.
And it's like it could be jarring, but it's not. It's like you know how guys sometimes you like get up to 11 and the only way to get back to an 11 is go back down a little bit. Like that's kind of what it feels like. Like we've ridden a staircase and now we have to get off for a little bit and then we'll go back up again. So
it looks like why was I gonna say Venn diagram? That is not a Venn diagram. It looks like a bell curve. That's what exactly. Wow. I'm like, anyways. So it's definitely like a bell curve.
Wow, people didn't know that you like data. They know it now.
That's exactly what it sounded like,
Yeah.
And so you have this bell curve, and then it goes back down again with Chankyan when he sings again, and then Hyungwon. And you know what? It's so strange because it's not strange, but like some of their songs, I think I want to say, if I can recall correctly, like Better. I know this is like Better from their Dreaming album. Like Chankyan starts singing, then Hyungwon afterwards, and I've always thought that like from him to him, like from Chankyan to Hyungwon, it just sounds so nice, like they complement each other really well,
Yeah, it's a good progression, like tonally for your ear. It literally does sound nice.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really love about this song too is that Jew Honey can do it all, which we know.
Yes.
Like he can literally do it all, but I find it so interesting that he has this interesting range as a singer that is so different from where he raps. It lives in a whole other space in his head and his body. And I kind of liked, well, I didn't kind of, I loved being able to hear his falsetto, being able to hear him get all like high and ad-libby. Like that's not how I think of him. Like that's not my first impression when I think of Jew Honey, it's more of like a smoky vibe.
Yes.
This to me is a big, like, he's been doing more and more singing every album, but this especially, it's like full singing Juhan. That's it. Just full singer mode. Same for Chankyan.
Yeah. I mean, like we hear their singing voices like in their English albums, but it hits differently when it's in Korean, right? So
it really does. Yeah. I just think it shows like a different color to them, which maybe people aren't as familiar with because as we always say, this is like one of the best rap lines in all of music.
Yes.
And part of that is their crazy energy and how hard they go.
Yeah.
And this is literally a 180 from that. And it's delicious.
Yes.
Like delicious was the first word I thought of when I heard this song. Because like you said, you got that smooth caramel from Chankyan, and then it kind of goes up to like a latte with Hyungwon. You know what I mean? It's like slightly getting lighter and like airier, and but then Kihyun comes in and he's like, what? I could do this all day.
Yeah.
But I did also think of Sonal. Hey Sonal. Because this song is very Minhyuk heavy. And I do think it gives him a great chance to show off his range. I feel like I hear him singing falsetto a lot, but I was more surprised when he was like singing deeper. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
And it really draws me in because that's the part where he's like, it's you. It's you. And then he goes up and you're just like, what?
Yes. Yeah, because I was not expecting that either. Because he goes like, it's you. You. And then he goes like super high. And I'm like, ah!
What?
And I was like, and he sounds like such a beautiful songbird,
like it's interesting. He and Kihyun have very different like both voices, not just tonally but texturally,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both tenors. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting, they have, Kihan has probably a bigger range, but they kind of, they sit in the same space more or less.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought this song really let him shine. He does have, songbird is the perfect word for it.
Yeah.
He is like, when you wake up in the morning, that gorgeous songbird you hear outside. And Kihan's more like a powerhouse, like, but Minhyuk does that gorgeous floaty, like, again, soft, dreamy, delicious, all of those things.
Very dreamy.
He's the foam on top of my latte.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm going with this. I'm sticking hard with this, guys. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I was thinking of, like, I don't know why I was thinking about dessert. I can't think of it from the top of my head, which just
it looked like dessert.
Yes.
It was a little delicate.
I can't think of the word right now. I know it's gonna drive me crazy later. And watch.
Wait, is it a kind of dessert?
No, it's like one of those layered desserts. Where it's like in this big old vat.
Tiramisu.
No, it's not a tiramisu. It's. I'll plug it in later, you guys. Like in the video.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Let's not get distracted by that.
I'm getting a little bit distracted, but this dessert is very layered, and that's what I kind of felt like it was, very, very layered with like Chinkyun and yeah, it just kept going and going, which is like amazing. And
right when you think you're like, they can't go any higher, they don't.
They don't.
In comes Chinkyun, and you get to reset tonally, and you're just like, take me on that journey again, and they're like, cool, we got you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this song is just like really beautiful. I love how they incorporate time again.
Oh yeah, can we talk about the video now? Can we talk about the video now?
But, so I have to say though, like, I'm glad that we saw the translation the first time around, because like what Chinkyun was pretty much singing, like stopping time, it went with like the video, like what it was saying, so.
Now, of course, this is Monsta X, so we expect at least one clock. But this, again, it did feel a little bit not just like time suspended, but like there was a possibility to go backwards.
Yeah.
Like, did you notice how things were kind of, even when they were suspended, they were still moving a little.
Yeah.
So it almost seemed like you would be able to maybe influence your surroundings or something. It was giving me, and then how Hyungwon was so separate, it was giving me very much like Find You time travel stuff, and Kihan's with a bunch of sand, which immediately I took to be like hourglass sand.
Yeah, sands of time. Yeah,
exactly, 1000%. And yeah, to me, I was just like, okay, this totally fits within their time travel loop stuff.
Yeah, so this is very interesting because they're all separated. So they're singing. Why am I holding my fan like this? I don't know. It's like I'm nervous or something. That's why I'm holding my fan. I'm sorry, you guys.
They're all separate till the end.
Yes, they're all separate when they're singing. Yeah, until the very end. So, but there is one thing that they're all focused on, and it's that picture that had that was all pink in a circle. It was in every single scene that they were in that I noticed. So even with Hyungwon, he was at the bus stop. The bus stop's ad was that picture, of like this that gorgeous scene at the end where they all meet at the end. So like you saw Junhoney like turn around to look at that picture, then you see Minhyuk going to that picture, then you see Kihyun singing, but you see that picture in the background. And Chinkyun, I'm pretty sure it was there too. I can't remember exactly which scene it was, but I mean that picture was there. And then at the end they all met there, and it looked like for Hyungwon, like everyone was all in their rooms, or well, Kihyun was in a room with Sands of Time, and then you have
Jaehyun was in the diner though.
He was in a diner,
and so was Juhan.
Yeah, so was Juhan too. But
like you said, they're not there together.
They're not there.
And did you notice they kept almost everyone but Hyungwon was in the diner at one point.
Yeah.
But never together.
Yeah, never together. But Hyungwon, though, like he was at a bus stop and with a suitcase, which is very ironic, you guys. Ironic because in real life, Hyungwon packs really light. He doesn't use a suitcase. suitcase, which is really funny that they actually put a suitcase. I'm like, why isn't Kihyun having a suitcase?
Right?
Anyways,
He's like, I just need a fanny pack. I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah. Or let me have Kihyun hold everything. But it's funny, very ironic that there's a suitcase right there. So just pointing that out, giving you a hard time, Hyungwon. But that being said, yeah. So he was kind of like in his own world, as if like he's waiting to meet them with that suitcase over in that
Again,
other
that's why it
land.
really gave me Find You vibes. Like, Youngwon really feels like he's separate from the rest of them, which I know sounds crazy. They're all separate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he really feels like he's almost in another universe or like an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Everyone else was also mostly in light, and he was in a very dark background. It seemed to be like, you know, evening or night. Whereas everyone else, I mean, Minhyuk's looking radiant, bathed in sunlight. Even Changhyun, who's sad AF, is still bathed in sunlight.
And I love the cinematography there too. Like, it's so prismatic, is that even a word? Like, there's like a lot of prism like that was hitting his face and stuff like that too. It was absolutely gorgeous.
And even Joohoon, when he was first in the diner, it's a little dark, but the more he sings, the lighter it gets. And then he kind of turns to, you know, he turns to the picture and the door, and like then it's suddenly bright.
Oh my gosh. Before I forget, the transitions too. The transitions from Juwon to Kihyun with that menu was really awesome. I love the transition when I want to say everyone drinks Americanos over there, but I feel like it's coffee or I don't know what it was.
Yes, when the coffee was like suspended in midair with Changhyun.
Yeah, it was suspended and Joohoon was right there, and then it transitions over to Changhyun's like, you know, singing, and it's like live again, you know, and he's drinking. That was a really cool transition.
That was really cool, but there's actually another coffee transition later when it's all floating around.
Yes.
And Changhyun's like kind of sitting on almost on the counter.
Yeah.
And there's all that stuff flying through, and the camera's flying all around, and you see it over here, and then it kind of flies straight into it, and you pop out in, you know, Maniac World or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, the transitions were really cool. You know, the difference between this music video and Kiss or Death, it's very interesting because Kiss or Death was almost like a historical drama.
Yes.
So it was very, like we were saying before, very luxe and expensive and lavish. This actually probably took the same amount of money and or work, even though it seems simpler. The stuff in it was really, again, complex.
Yeah, I think it's this the CGI as well, right? Because I mean, for Hyungwon, like
it's so many pieces.
Yeah, with Hyungwon, it looked like diamonds were falling on his head, like like crystals or something like that, which was absolutely gorgeous.
Because it looked like rain almost.
Yeah, but
then we
rain.
saw that he was holding crystals, which BT dubs, sand can turn into crystals. I'm just saying. Press it hard enough for 1,000 years.
Yes.
Might get one.
might be yellow too. That was in Kiki's room, you know? So I mean,
I just thought it was really, that part was really, all their different like spaces and I don't know. I just feel like I have so many thoughts I can't even put them together, guys.
Yeah, like so for Minhyuk to like his room, okay, first off, he's so cash. Okay, we'll talk about the fashion later. Okay. But in his scene, like I just, he looks so relaxed there too. And like I love how he was holding a book. Sorry guys, I really did look this up because it was in the teaser. Joy Fielding is the author of that book that he's holding. She's a Canadian artist, writer, just so that you know. I was very curious. I've never read any of her works. Now I kind of want to read her work.
Right? You're like, did Minhyuk pick that out?
I know, right? Yeah. I gosh, like, and then Kihyun's room, like, it was just so beautiful with all of the yellow sand that was like, he was sitting on the stairwell or stairs or something like that, or sitting there.
Yeah, it almost seemed, it was enough to almost be, it was, to me, it was a little menacing how much there was. Because it almost seemed like it might keep going.
Yeah.
You know? But gorgeous. pretty. But yeah, it did give you a feeling of like, Sands of Time or something in an hourglass. Then there's all of a sudden it seems like now there's like a time limit.
Yeah.
So I did think it added a lot of like urgency to the video.
This sounds weird, okay? But Hyungwon being at a bus stop like reminded me of Love because Minhyuk was at a bus stop too. I'm like, are there?
Well, him shimmering reminded me of Love,
Yeah,
but he shimmers in every video.
doesn't he? I was like, oh my gosh, please.
Oh, you know what else I thought was really interesting was many of our lovely boys were moody.
Yeah.
Like seemed pretty. Both Minhyuk and Janghyun seemed real down.
Yeah.
But when Joohei popped up, he was like smiling, flirting with the camera. He had like a little swagger in his walk.
Yeah,
Like
he was. Yeah.
he was all dimples.
All
And I
dimples.
thought that was interesting. And I mean, then again, the parts he sings are the parts where he's just like, I want to be with you.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, again, like just how we were talking about how they were doing that tonal journey. I feel like, Changhyun's the saddest.
Yeah.
Hyungwon's not doing much better.
Yeah.
Minhyuk's in the day, but it's still not great.
Yeah.
Kihan was like a little more, because he's got that powerful voice. So it seemed a little more like, okay, I'm going to do something about this.
Yes.
And then Joohoney's right in our face, like, hey.
I want to be with you. Yes.
And I was just like, like I already said, this is my favorite look for him ever, 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 ever.
Yes.
Never changed his hair. And so to just have him be so soft, I loved his like oversized linen suit and the way he was just smiling and flirting.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
ugh.
The way that he was walking towards us in the diner.
I was dying.
Yeah.
I think you saw me die.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, like, okay, they're both like the rap line was totally in the diner. Like they weren't in the bedroom. They weren't in like the bus stop, whatever. The rap line was in the diner. So
and you know how we're always talking about how they complement each other. They're such a good yin and yang. And even in this, it's like, mopey sad Changhyun, and then like I'm gonna go for it, Joohoney. Like,
yeah,
it's so good. And when I say
gosh.
mopey sad, I mean that in the hottest way, obviously.
Yes.
He can break my heart just by sipping his coffee. So it's the perfect part for him. He didn't eat any of his breakfast. I'm very concerned about him. Stop eating chicken breast. Eat those pancakes.
But yeah, that scene when Juwon was just like walking towards us with that such swag, it's like, oh my gosh, stop making my heart flutter, please. Like,
and
let me back.
Minhyuk doing?
I was just,
Minhyuk was all bedroom eyes, like the whole time. Oh, casually sitting on my couch reading while also looking at you. Like, what? What's going on? And then to your point where like they end up in that. So, okay, let's say it's not an alternate universe. Let's say it is a painting.
Yeah.
Like, how? How do you meet in a painting? I don't know. I love it. I don't know. It did give me like a very futuristic sci-fi vibe. And I assume the fact that it's a place full of sand is, not a mistake with all the Kihan sand. But then it was interesting too. Even when it showed them at first, it was just the four of them, and Kihan has to like, he kind of walks over. So it is like he's coming, like maybe they all showed up one by one.
Yes.
And he's the last one to arrive.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because like at the ending sequence, when he was like looking around like, whoa, where the heck am I? Like what is happening kind of, Yeah. And then he's like, and then he starts singing, Yeah.
And I do have to say, it is interesting. This is the only song of theirs I can think of where there's no group sing. At most, two people sing at once, but all five of them do not sing at any point together.
As I'm like trying to think, I'm like,
Kihan and Joohon are the only ones that actually have some interaction.
That's true. They do switch.
It's very interesting. Instead, everybody has their own like little bubble. So I wonder if maybe that's another reason they were split up.
Yeah.
Because there's no, they don't even sing the chorus together. It's crazy.
No, they don't.
It's very interesting. I'm not sure I've ever heard a band song written quite like this. Right. I can't think of another one, honestly, where they don't sing at least the chorus together or the bridge or the end something.
You're
It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
Right?
didn't even think about that. That's amazing. What? And the song still sounds amazing.
The song sounds great. And then we get the chance to kind of like, you know, fangirl over everyone individually. You know,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
hearing more Hyungwon, more Minhyuk, more Chaekyun, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all the singers, you know. We're used to
Yeah.
hearing a lot of Gihan, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We should.
Yes.
But it was interesting. We got to hear everybody's part was really a solo part.
Yeah. And though yes, towards the end though, I really love the switch between Kihyun and Juon, and I have to say I love Juon's like his ad libbing was so good.
He knows how to do just the right amount. He's not trying to like Mariah Carey it, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's more emotional. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, it feels like because he's feeling the song, not because he thinks it's necessary.
Yeah, it's not overbearing at all.
No.
And it's just
And I love that it's him who's doing
gorgeous.
it. I
Yes.
love that it's him because again, a little unexpected.
Yeah, it's like vocalist Jew Honey coming out, you know?
So
It's
good.
it's so much fun like seeing this like always seeing the different sides of like
Mhm.
Juwon, you know?
I
And
like that
it's
they're
just
all still evolving in their own ways.
they
You
are
know what I mean?
they're totally evolving. We
Yeah.
talked about this in the Love era where we're like, what is going on? Like a vocalist? We have six vocalists now, you
Six
guys.
now.
Six, six
What's
vocalists.
happening? And we have basically like 5 writers
Mm-hmm.
and 2 producers and
Yeah.
a partridge in a
Three
pear tree.
producers. Three
3. That's
producers.
right. That's right. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
Like
amazing.
their talent really, I mean, it can't be matched. They
Yeah.
all want to do everything. They're all trying to do everything, and it's good.
Yeah.
So good.
So
It's
good.
just incredible how they can switch it up. Like, how can the same guys who sang Beast Mode sing this?
Yeah.
I love Beast Mode
Oh
and
yeah.
I love this, but
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like 2 different bands. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay,
Okay.
let's get to the fashion. I know
Yeah.
you're dying to talk about it. Are we going to start with Kihan sweater? Maybe she can't, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Immediately, I looked at you. I was like, "What's she doing?" Again,
Yes.
just like Minhyuk, I thought his look was very cash. I mean, super
Yeah.
sexy,
Yeah.
but that casual kind of oversized sweater we don't usually see on him, I feel like. That's a
wait,
Hyungwon sweater. What was he doing?
wait. We're talking about Minhyuk, right? Or are we talking about
Kihan.
Kihyun? Okay, so Kihyun, yes, that sweater on him was the color. Why can't any of these words come out?
The color was his favorite color, Voyager
Gorgeous.
blue.
Yes, it was absolutely. He looks so amazing. Again,
Yeah.
my goodness. Like, I love it when the guys are all super casual. Like,
Yeah.
it fit the song so well.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Like, oh,
I really loved it. Was like Kihan sweater, Honey's linen suit, just because I was like, what is happening? You're a pastel version of Juhan, and I love it. From the
yeah.
hair to the clothes. And then he had like that light baby blue shirt on underneath. And it looked like he was wearing some sort of kicks, like regular sneakers or something.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
just, it
Yes.
was like summer formal, and I loved it.
Yeah. I love Minhyuk's like super like he's super casual look, which is just a pair of jeans and
Like
even,
a graphic tee.
yeah, Alexander McQueen like tucked in t-shirt. I mean, please, I would never tuck in my t-shirt, you guys, but man, does he look good with a tucked in t-shirt
Yes,
and jeans.
He does.
Not everyone could pull that off because it's a very retro
No.
look, but he looks so good. Chaekyun, oh my gosh, like
he was basically the most formal of everybody, but that's only because he was wearing a button-up shirt. But how many buttons, guys? Just some of it. But I liked how like he always does something interesting with his sleeves. So like they're either like wrapped weird or pulled up weird, and You and I have talked about this a lot. Ever since the Love era, they've been like really down to accessorize, and I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
And I particularly loved like Kihyun and Hyungwon's dangly earrings, and Changhyun, please wear as many necklaces and bracelets as you want.
Yeah, it's really interesting because again we're seeing like a duality from them, right?
Mhm.
Because when you hear Monsta X, you think of like, oh, a lot of people associate them being like, oh, very manly and very like, ooh,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
But this era is a different era where, you know, they're accessorizing a lot more, you know. And so it's like another color to them, you know, the
Mhm.
different they're shining differently this time,
Yeah.
you know, which is
Especially like
really
you
cool.
were talking about Minhyuk in that t-shirt, and the graphic on it was almost the same color as his hair but slightly darker.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the perfect,
The
those
perfect
little
combo.
touches and details, so that you get to appreciate. I mean, come on, pink hair, he can keep it. I mean, I'm not biased or anything, but he looks
Yeah.
amazing.
And going back to Kihyun. Okay, now I have the word, sorry.
Oh,
Okay, now I
good.
can
Oh,
say it.
good. You
Okay,
thought
okay.
about it. Here we go.
Okay, let me I already thought about it, just couldn't spit it out. So then okay. Sorry. I think I will. Okay. All right. I loved him in that sweater too, especially when like towards the end when he was dancing in that sweater as well.
Yes.
It was just like it was loose. It was like swinging around with I don't know. It just
And that was also
gorgeous.
really interesting. The only two people who really did dancing was like Juhan and Kihan.
Yeah.
And those aren't the first two I think of. I mean, they're all great dancers, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But it's
Yeah.
like, you're telling Hyungwon to sit down? What's happening? But I almost feel like that those felt ad-libbed as well.
Mhm.
Maybe a little improvisational, and
Yeah.
they really worked for. They both have the more upbeat moments of the song,
Yeah.
so it makes sense for them to do it. But yeah, when Kian was like random, I was like, whoa, what's happening? Like,
Yeah. It's like wow.
I loved it. And of course, he always has such great emotion
Mhm.
in his voice, and like the way that translates into his body.
Mhm.
Just so good. Oh, and can we talk about their outfits at the end?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Oh
Those are
wait,
the
first, I'm sorry, I'm the worst. Can we talk about Hyungwon's like matching Canadian tuxedo? His acid washed jean on jean look.
Okay.
Only Hyungwon
Oh,
could make that work.
only Hyungwon. I was gonna say if anyone else wore that, I'd be like,
If I saw it on
no.
anyone else, I would burn it. And I was
Mm.
like, he looked good.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. We
I
didn't
mean,
mention him, so I was like, wait, we have to mention him.
yes.
And
Like,
it looked good how it was acid washed. It looked really great with his like light hair and stuff.
yes.
It
went so
made him
well.
sparkle. I feel like his like skin and his hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
It's just. I feel like it's ugly, but it didn't look ugly.
No, I only Hyungwon could pull that off. I'm sorry. Like you said, anyone else who wore that would look. It would be very devastating for
Right?
sure. I'd be like,
It'd be like Britney and Justin Timberlake, circa I don't know,
yeah, I don't
2005.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
on him, it's
It's
like
like, it's
just
just
enough, and I liked how it was slightly oversized, but not like too much. It wasn't
mhm.
baggy, but it wasn't tight.
Yeah. It was pure perfection. I'm sorry. His hair and his everything was
And then it's
so
raining
perfect.
crystals,
I
please.
was like, oh my gosh.
It's like, we know he sparkles. We've seen it with our own eyes.
I know. And he's sparkling even more. You're accentuating it. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Thank you so much for bringing. Yeah, I cannot believe we forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
But he was the first person I was thinking of for the ending outfits.
Yes.
So I was like, wait. Because again, both him and I feel like Kihan too had very interesting like sleeves, and it seemed like they were all in like some sort of like pale pink satin. I mean, all different types, but they had the same color scheme.
Yes.
But it was like, Shanghyun had stripes, and Kihan had the sleeves, and I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that once they got into that picture alternate world, they were almost the same color as the sand.
Yes. I mean,
just like they're a part of the background.
Yeah, exactly. And it was interesting too that like some of them wore black pants. Like three of them I think wore black pants and two wore white pants. It was of course I would know it was Keehan in the white pants. Dead and center.
But who was the other person?
I think it was it Minhyuk?
I don't know, girl.
I think it might
I
be
didn't notice
Minhyuk.
their pants. I was only
Yeah.
looking from like.
Hyungwon was definitely wearing black pants. I noticed that for sure. There's a contrast between the Keehan and Youngwon. Of course, I noticed them both. Oh my gosh, someone save me right now.
You know, when you beat that fan hard enough, we can hear it in your mic. No, it's perfect. I love it. It makes it even better.
All right. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Anyways.
I just feel like they were all in like that neutral color palette, and then but like they still managed to sparkle. Like I don't know how. Can you tell me what all those silver sculptures were?
I don't. You're asking
Look at me.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know, but
I feel like I'm gonna have to get on Twitter and go down the rabbit hole with theories about this.
Yes. Absolutely. They're also.
But yeah, I loved how delicate they all looked when they were together. It was crazy, and I love how they did all those push-ins on each one individually. Just being themselves, being everything we ever want. Again, Gihan and Hyungwon's dangly earrings. I'm living for it. Never stop.
I do have to say though, the outfit that really stood out the most for me at the end was, I mean, they're all super like handsome. Like, please, we're all like gushing right now about their clothes. But my favorite shirt would be Minhyuk's. I don't know, something about that little bow
with the tie.
Oh, it's just like so.
I feel like we've seen him in a similar style like that before. I feel like he likes a little bit of a chokery, like a fabric choker, not like a metal one. But yeah, it was like over the top romantic.
Yeah, it was just the way that it's tied on him. It's just so absolutely gorgeous.
Again, should be too much, isn't?
It's not. It's not.
I mean, I feel like if you saw that on a hanger, you'd be like, I don't know.
I know.
But on Minhyuk, you're like, oh yes.
Yes,
please.
Yeah, he pulled it off really well.
I don't think he smiled once in this whole video. It was just smolder.
Okay, and I have to say, I know we talked about this in another reaction video, but this is actually was shown you. Is the Sorry Not Sorry performance where you were talking about Shonu. I like everyone was crossing their legs except for Shonu.
Who was man-spreading all over the place. So Shonu.
Man-spreading. Heehan took a little bit of that in this music video towards the end. He was kind of like, everyone else was like, except for Minhyuk too. I think it wasn't like widely manspreading. But,
but he was like asserting his position in the space.
Yeah, all the other guys, like Hyungwon was crossing his legs. Of course, I noticed Hyungwon.
I feel like Hyungwon always crosses his legs because he has so much of them. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but literally almost every time he sits down, he crosses his legs and kind of pulls them in.
Yeah,
I think he's like tripped a lot of people in his life. I honestly think he's doing it to be polite, or maybe because he's tired of people tripping over him and it sucks.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But
sorry, I got totally off track. Go ahead.
But yeah, I think Heehan took a little bit of Shonu, the way that Shonu would sit.
That makes sense because I feel like they've all picked up a little bit of extra swag because they have to carry that Shonu swag. So when he comes back, it's going to be interesting because I really don't think they can go back.
Nope.
I think that means Shonu's going to have to up his swag. Can you imagine?
I'm sorry, but he has so much swag. That it is like ridiculous.
I don't think he can.
I
you
mean,
know what? He will, though. He will.
Yeah. I mean, that
How
guy...
he can beat Shootout and Love Killa and Gambler, I do not know.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. No one
we
can
can
do
hope.
I was gonna say no one could do a chest vibration like Shonu. I'm
No,
sorry. If we're
he's
talking about
infamous.
No,
Infamous. Other
no,
idols even talk about it.
yeah, I'm sorry. No one could crush a sugar cube like Shonu, and no one could flip a water bottle and have it not fall and then just walk away, and be all cool about it. Sorry, that's like Shonu's swag right there. So,
Right.
I mean,
Shono can eat a 4-pound lobster with his hands, and it's
and
hot.
and break an axe, like, please.
Break an axe. That's Shonu's swag.
That's true.
Break an axe, but he still cuts the wood.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He still gets the job done, obviously.
Please,
It's just the axe can't handle Shonu.
Yeah. So now
It gave up.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, guys. In case you hadn't noticed, we still miss Shonu
a lot.
But honestly, I feel like the guys are working so hard. He's just going to come back to a better crew.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get better and better. It's crazy to feel like, I know we're in baby Monbebe, but still, I feel like they're just kind of hitting their stride.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot more to see.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited that we are on the train.
Yeah, we are on that train. Oh my gosh. We're on that kiss or death train. Wow.
We are.
We are. What a mystery. but yeah, I'm really excited too. Like, I feel like there's so much more, from them. Like, so much. It's endless, like, even from this music video alone, like, you brought up that good point about they're not singing together, which is like crazy.
What group doesn't sing together?
Yeah, and then like it's just like this is like a way softer side, because like we're so used to seeing them. Wait, what was their last like soft song, that we could really think of that's recent? I'm gonna say "Find You," maybe, right?
Yeah. Well, it was probably an English one, right?
Let's talk about just the Korean ones.
Okay, cool. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. And so this is like it's just seeing like another side to them, well, it's so crazy.
And you and I are always talking about how we want to know who broke every single one of these guys' hearts 5 times, because most of their songs are about longing or missing you or wishing you hadn't broke up. Or being mad at you because you probably cheated, but hopefully we'll get back together in 20 years. Like, what?
Yeah.
So this song was interesting because there's still that element of sadness and longing, but there's also that element of you and me, let's take a chance, so it's like moody in both ways. It's up and down. It's manic.
Definitely.
But
manic,
all to a good beat. Like, I just feel like Jooheon has only scratched the surface of what music styles he likes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're all that way. I mean, they all listen to so much music, and your tastes change and evolve over time. I just love that they're confident enough to try it. I feel like most bands would have been like, we talked about how in Love there's like all the saxophone and all that. A lot of bands would have been like, whoa, yikes, but they're always willing to experiment and to try. And I mean, lucky for them, they're really good writers, so it usually works out.
Yeah, I think for this song though, I don't think Jooheon wrote this song.
Oh, he didn't?
No, I don't think so. Monbebe could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. Not this one. So
interesting.
So, which is fine, because like Breathe wasn't written. Wait, was it written by Breathe? Was another song I think that wasn't written by them. So, it was still Gorge.
Didn't Young One write some of that?
No, he wrote Wildfire and Burning Up.
Oh, okay. I was like, but he did too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind either, because again, they're still picking a song that most people would not pick.
Yes.
They're still experimenting, they're still trying, but I do feel like they also experiment a lot in the stuff they write.
Yeah, this song is very, very unique, where there's a lot of falsetto in here, like a lot. So I don't think of another Monsta X song that I could think of that is similar to this. Even like Find You, not even close. Like they're
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's a slower tempo for sure, but I mean, like I this like they're all challenging themselves right now. Like I can't
That's the
imagine.
thing. They don't play it safe.
No, they do not. So
They're not about giving you what they gave you last comeback or the comeback before. They don't
yeah,
do that,
yeah,
which is super exciting for us.
yeah,
And also, I feel like that means you have to enjoy each moment that much more, because it's like, we're not going to get another one of these.
yeah,
So you better love it, appreciate it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Ugh,
I will by streaming it a lot. Guys, you
yes,
should be streaming this.
yes. Stream this, you guys. Stream
Please.
it. Yeah, it's such a beautiful song. I love it.
It really is. I could watch this music video 1,000 times.
I know. And each time we might find something different because there's so many things going on in there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
My gosh, we're probably going to circle back and be on the comments ourselves, being like, oops, I got that wrong. It's this.
Yeah.
But first impressions, wow, like just really, really blows me away. And it's not like I don't expect a lot from Monsta X.
Yeah.
So the fact that they can still make me feel so surprised and excited is, I mean, they're the best.
They are.
Hashtag,
Yeah.
fact check. Monsta X, they're the best.
Yes!
There we go. Sometimes Tammy and I only talk to each other in Monsta X lyrics, which I'm sure if anyone ever goes through our text messages is going to look real weird.
Oh my gosh.
But if you don't know.
Yeah, now you know. Deal.
Sorry guys, we're getting loopy, but in case you hadn't noticed, we love this band and we love this song. I just love it. That's all.
I know, it's so gorgeous. Like, ugh. I don't know what else to say about the song. That is just another color to Monsta X that we all appreciate and love, and we adore the side of them. It's like, seriously, it looks like they're all in love.
Right?
Like, it's just,
I wanted to have like a cuddle party. I was like, oh,
yeah,
they're begging for cuddles. They don't usually beg for cuddles,
no.
but this video, this is begging for cuddles.
Yeah. It's warm, fuzzy, latte.
Yes.
Dessert, whatever you want to call it, cotton candy
It's
land.
delicious.
It is very yummy.
If people ask me about this, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Watch.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And now I'm gonna start singing to you, Beth, like you.
Okay, next time I see you, you better roll the window and yell that at me. Hey, you. He's so amazing.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh. What a great song.
Super good.
Great song. All right, you guys. Hopefully, I mean, there are unfortunately no physical product with this. This is a digital release under Universe, so please stream it. It's also available on 12K as well. Yeah, just stream this song, support the guys, and love them hard, because we will be loving them hard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Endless unconditional love.
Yes.
Oh, all right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us in this super long reaction video.
Real long.
Yeah. But it's really funny because just to give you guys, before we leave, we kind of joked a little bit right before this video, and we're like, ha ha ha, I wonder if it's going to be longer than Kiss or Death, because that was 30 minutes. I think this is an hour. Oh man, but we do love these Universe releases. They're really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very happy with this, just like I was with Kiss or Death. So
yes.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Yes. All right, you guys. We are
LaChiMoLaLa.
And you know the usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys next time.
For more Monster X gushing.
Wait.
I can't do that. I can't do this one. No, can't do it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'll figure it out.
Here.
Oh, no.
On that note. 안녕.
안녕.